stood there small amongst the flames, village gone in sorrow's name. Tears reflected in the sky, shattered dreams and whispers die. Smoke and ashes fill the air, memories lost in deep despair. She clutches dolls of vanished past in chaos where the shadows cast. Embers of yesterday burn the...
And after taking the transport lift to the docking station, where the construction on exovolume would commence, the doors to the docking station opened to a flood of faces, dozens and dozens of them. There had to be at least 100 there. Mika stepped off the elevator and began walking towards the massive gathering of individuals. From basically everywhere, countless worlds and regions, and she did her best to approach, with authority, making quick paces in that direction. As she approached the crowd saying,
"Move aside,"
and stepping directly through them as they parted as she approached, doing as they were told, Mika walked through effortlessly, with Rami right behind her. The construction dock was absolutely massive, and it had to be to fit a starship inside of it. You could see countless hundreds of feet out, an expanse that seemed to stretch on forever. In terms of the size of a regular person, the sides lined with scaffolding of all different types, stairs leading up and down on different levels, and shuttle pads for the landing of shuttles that would transport equipment. Absolutely massive pieces of equipment all around, all for the construction and repair of starships. Massive mechanical arms hung from the ceiling, which were used to help the construction process. And beyond the railing that Mika now approached, looking over to a sheer drop, hundreds of feet down. In the distance, what seemed like miles away, was the exit to the dock, a set of massive steel doors sealed tight. Mika tried to remain calm, look strong, as she took a calming breath, closing her eyes, and thinking for just a moment about her life before this moment, everything that led up to it, about how now she was in the position to be a leader, hiring on a crew of her own and setting sail into the stars. This was her first appearance as captain of the exoval. More than anything, she wanted to establish that she needed to be respected, that she was a captain. As she opened her eyes, as they were closed, to focus, and she turned around, her hands behind her back, staring out at the crowd of faces gazing at her.
"Hello?"
Mika said, speaking loudly so that everyone could hear.
"I am Captain Mika of the starship Exoval. All of you gathered here are applicants hoping to find work aboard a starship. Well, you're in luck. The starship Exoval is in need of a great number of crew members, so if you have what it takes, there's a good chance that most of you are going to be accepted as crew members. But that only comes into effect if you're willing to accept the risks,"
Mika said, staring seriously out at all of the intent faces focused on her.
The starship Exoval is not a research vessel. We are not merely transportation for materials or goods, and we are not a flight of fancy vessel. For any of you who are hoping for a cushy job with regular visitations back home, well, you can kiss that ambition goodbye. If you were hoping to be able to return home once a month, you might as well just leave now. The starship Exoval is essentially going to be a permanent home. I'm not looking for temporary crew members who come and go as they please. You're not going to get vacation time to come back home whenever you want. Any vacation time you get will come in the form of places that we happen to stop by. Visit the world, meet the locals. that sort of thing. That truth be told, it's possible that the moment that we leave this place, that you'll never come back. That this will be the last time you'll see this world. Because there's no telling where we're going to end up going. We are not bound to any world or any military. We serve no army. We have no employer. We are, in essence, a freelance mercenary ship. We do what jobs I say we do when I say we do them. Which means it's definitely not always going to be safe. There will be conflict. There will be fights. There will be risk to your lives beyond just transporting simple merchandise. We may even be called on to perform bounty missions, hunting down rogue ships, pirates, and alike, contracted to help defend spaces from assault forces. There's really no telling. But for anyone looking for a view into the future, the starship exoval has already taken on a mission here. I cannot give you the details of the mission other than to tell you that it is an exceptionally dangerous one, highly likely to end in conflict. There will be countless dangers for anyone who decides to become a crew member of the exoval. However, in exchange for that danger and those risks, I offer you a chance. How many times have you looked out at the stars, seen them in the distance, and wished that you could go there yourself? How many times have you thought about the countless worlds and cultures that you never get to see? How many times have you questioned how the universe really works? Wanted to find out, but didn't know how and had no resources to do so? How many of you wanted to go on an adventure? To leave your mark on this universe? See things that few rarely see. Go places that few rarely go. And fight for things, even if no one else will choose to do so. On board exoval, these kinds of dreams can become a reality. If you are willing to bear the risks, to receive the rewards now, for anyone who is not prepared. To do that, I offer you this one chance. To walk away. To exit through that door behind you, and I will not judge you for doing so. But for anyone who wants more, who truly dreams of a life among the stars, then to you, I say stand fast. Salute and find acceptance, and a new home aboard exoval. You may make your choice now,
Mika said, staring out into the crowd of faces, as slowly some members began to exit the group. A fair amount of them were walking out of the crowd and beginning to head back towards the elevator, the lift that transports you to other parts of the station. About a third left, but all of the others seemed to be standing fast. After about a minute, no one else was leaving the group.
So I take it those of you that have chosen to stay have given me your answer. If that be the case, then allow me to welcome you,
Mika said, as the massive steel doors of the construction dock opened wide behind her. A field of energy. The only thing keeping the air in and the space out. As a large ship, the exoval crossed through the field into the bay. The hum of the engines and the thrusters that kept it aloft, filling the space with noise. And sound that echoed from everywhere, flows of air kicking up from all around and rustling the clothes of everyone who stood there. Mika's hair whipping in the breeze of it as the control alarms locked exoval into position.
Congratulations and welcome my new crew members. You are now officially crew members of the starship exoval,
Mika said as she began to smile brightly at them. I hope you will put your big boy pants on, because this is going to be a wild ride. This is going to be a wild ride.